Hello friends. Do you know how the bacillary layer detachment is formed? How does it look like and what does it signify? Watch this video to know the answers to these questions. Welcome to TRIC, the Retina Imaging Channel. This is the OCT image of normal retina, showing multiple hyperreflective bands and hyporeflective zones. Here we see the currently accepted nomenclature of different retinal layers on OCT. There are four hyperreflective bands in the outer retina which are most vital for retinal anatomy and function. External limiting membrane or ELM and ellipsoid zone or EZ are the first two. Between them is a hyporeflective zone called myoid zone or MZ. Thereafter a broad hyperreflective band is seen. The inner margin of this broad band is called interdigitation zone or IZ, which is followed by retinal pigment epithelium complex. Now, let us extrapolate these OCT bands onto the structure of photoreceptors and retinal pigment epithelium. We see rod and cone cell diagrams here with retinal pigment epithelium on the top side of the image. External limiting membrane is the junction between photoreceptors and Muller's cells. Thereafter, the inner segment of photoreceptors makes the myoid zone. Hyperreflective ellipsoid zone is the portion of inner segment of photoreceptors which is rich in mitochondria, giving it hyperreflective appearance on OCT. Following ellipsoid zone, the hyporeflective zone on OCT corresponds to the photoreceptor's outer segment. And the innermost hyperreflective line just flush with retinal pigment epithelium complex is the interdigitation zone, which is actually the interdigitation of photoreceptors' outer segment tips with the retinal pigment epithelium. Now, let us focus on the myoid zone. This zone is sandwiched between two junctional complexes, namely, external limiting membrane and ellipsoid zone. Myoid zone is structurally less robust than the external limiting membrane and the ellipsoid zone. Here we see the OCT and histological correlation of these layers. The ellipsoid zone and the ELM are the robust junctional complexes present on two sides of myoid zone. Finally, the dissection of this weaker myoid zone is what we call as bacillary layer detachment. The myoid zone is part of inner segment. Therefore, in other words, we can also say that bacillary layer detachment is splitting of retinal layers at photoreceptor inner segment myoid. Now, let us see an example of bacillary layer detachment. We can see a splitting in the retinal layers just above the retinal pigment epithelium. Starting from the left side, the hyporeflective space marked as an SD is neurosensory retinal detachment. The NSD becomes narrower as we move towards center of the image, and we can see another hyperreflective line as the upper boundary of NSD. This hyperreflective line is the ellipsoid zone. The large hyporeflective space above ellipsoid zone is dissected myoid zone. The roof of this large hyporeflective space is formed by external limiting membrane. This dissection of myoid zone, leading to separation of ELM and ellipsoid zone, is known as bacillary layer detachment. But where does the name bacillary layer come from? The name bacillary layer was used to describe the photoreceptor inner and outer segments way back in 1941. At that time, it was purely a histological description. The first OCT-based description of bacillary layer came forth when Mehta and colleagues described a new finding of dissection of myoid zone in a case of Toxoplasma chorioretinitis and named it as bacillary layer detachment. Bacillary layer detachment is a non-specific OCT finding seen in various conditions like retinochoroidal inflammatory diseases, age-related macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, pachychoroid entities, to name a few. It usually resolves spontaneously or with treatment of underlying condition. Bacillary layer detachment has been suggested as a poor prognostic marker in weak AH disease. However, Its significance in other retinal conditions is yet to be ascertained. So friends, this was it about the bacillary layer detachment. We hope that you liked our description of this retinal imaging feature. See you in our next video.